There was something I carried for many years before I knew how to name it. Whenever someone noticed me, even if they were only giving me a compliment, my heart would start racing. My face would become warm. My body would want to disappear. Whenever I made even a small mistake, the feeling was not simply, I did something wrong. It was, I am wrong. I thought that was just my personality. Maybe I was sensitive. Maybe I was insecure. Maybe I was just not someone who could handle attention. But later, I realized it was not only personality. It was shame. And shame is not an objective description of who we are. Often, it is a wound that was placed in us long before we understood it. When I was in school, I used to blush whenever a teacher called my name, even when I knew the answer. It was not only fear of being wrong, it was the feeling of being exposed, as if everyone could see something bad inside me if they looked long enough. So for years, I tried to become invisible. I did not speak too much. I did not stand out. I did not let people see too much of me. Hiding felt safer. Do you know that feeling? The feeling that if people truly knew who you were, they would not want to stay close to you. One thing I learned is this: shame is afraid of light. It survives in silence, in secrecy, in the belief that we are the only one like this. But when I began reading other people's stories, people who also blushed, who also wanted to disappear, who also felt not good enough, that loneliness began to soften. Not because the shame disappeared immediately, but because I realized I was not the only one. Something else helped me too. I stopped trying to jump straight into self-love, because going from hating yourself to loving yourself can feel too far. So I began with neutrality. I told myself, other people are human. I am human too. Other people are allowed to speak. I am allowed to speak too. Other people can make mistakes and still deserve respect. So can I. Not better, not worse, just human. At first, I did not fully believe it, but whenever shame came over me, I repeated those words. Slowly, they began to take up space inside me. I also used to run from shame in many ways, scrolling late into the night, eating when I was not hungry, watching anything, doing anything, so I would not have to sit still with the discomfort inside me. But running does not heal shame. It only helps us avoid looking at it for a while. And when everything becomes quiet again, it is still there, sometimes even heavier. What helped me was not learning to never feel shame again. It was learning how to stand inside it, without collapsing. When shame arrived, I practiced saying, "This is a feeling. It will pass. It is not my whole identity." Emotions are like waves. No matter how strong they become, they eventually move through. I do not have to fight the wave. I only have to stay steady long enough for it to pass. And maybe the hardest and most healing part is finding at least one person who can sit with us in that feeling without judgment. Because shame is often formed in relationship, through being laughed at, dismissed, humiliated, rejected. So shame also needs healing in relationship. When we tell someone something we have hidden for a long time, and they do not leave, do not laugh, do not make us feel smaller, that secret loses some of its power. We no longer have to carry it alone. I am no longer the person who always wants to vanish when I am seen. Not because I became someone completely different, but because I began to believe that I am allowed to be here, allowed to be visible, allowed to be seen before I become perfect. That path is long, but it can be walked. I know because I am still walking it.